The South African government says they are working hard on the ground to rescue citizens that are part of the Global Summit Flotilla campaign, which is heading to Gaza to deliver humanitarian aid. Now, the grandson of former President Nelson Mandela, Mandla Mandela, has released a video that he has been abducted by the Israeli state. Now, the government has condemned the latest developments. For more on this now, we're joined by SABC News correspondent Blake Sifton for developments on this. So, Blake, this is not the first time something like this has happened. First the drone strike, then the interception. Let's start with clarity on what we know about this interception so far.
Good morning. That's right. This flotilla has been harassed at regular intervals throughout its journey to Gaza. In terms of the interception, it began late last night. We understand now that at least 21 of the 44 boats of the flotilla have been intercepted and boarded by the Israeli Navy. That leaves still at least 23 boats, and organizers say they will continue to try to make their way to Gaza, although of course they will almost certainly be intercepted. And I should note that interceptions are essentially happening as we're speaking. They've carried on into the morning. Now, in videos we've seen, Israeli naval commandos boarded boats, activists on board live streamed this activity up until the point the commandos approached them and they threw their phones then into the sea. We understand the Israeli Navy used water cannons against several boats, and organizers say at least one boat was rammed. However, there have been no reports of injuries. Hundreds of activists on board the boats that have been seized have been arrested, they've been detained, and they are currently being taken by Israeli Navy ships to the port of Ashdod, where they are expected to be processed and eventually deported, possibly as early as tonight. Of course, this flotilla involved some 500 activists, including Greta Thunberg, Mandla Mandela, as you mentioned, members of parliament from Europe, lawyers, journalists, and others. And they were attempting to deliver humanitarian aid, but also challenge Israel's maritime blockade of Gaza that has been in place since 2009. And while other flotillas in the past have been intercepted and stopped, this was by far the largest flotilla ever assembled, and it presented a unique challenge for the Israeli military.
On that, Blake, how many flotillas have been intercepted? Because now we're also seeing a statement that also came in, presumed, of course, to be from one of the delegates on the flotilla, which reads as follows: "Dear comrades, confirming that the boats of the following delegates have been intercepted and the delegates have been detained are, of course, Nkosizwe Livumila Mandela, as you've just said there, Zukiswa Vani, we have Riaz Mullah, and also they are waiting information on Zahira Soma as well as Fatima Hendricks, as the lawyers are on stand."